The worst that is yet to come has already begun. One of my best students, Christopher Chandler, has changed into something sinister, the Godslayer of the Omniverse. And with his army of powerful villains and variants, our multiverse is in danger. To counter his attack, with the help of a certain Time Lord variant, we have to fight back. And I know a few warriors that can help us in our journey. Normally I do not resort to violence. But in this time of desperation, it is time for this universe to fight back. To protect our universe, I can think of no one else than these individuals to protect us all. Blake Belladonna, a survivor from a fallen zombie-infested world. Raphtalia, the shield hero and leader of a new heroes church with the addition of the hunting hero, Kizuna Kazuyama. Killmonger, one that was given a second chance by T'Challa, now king of Wakanda, due to the royal family's death during a war with the Talokan. Kakarot, born from Frieza's early defeat at the hands of King Vegeta. Jason Todd, originally Nightwing, now Batman, after the death of his parent Alfred Pennyworth. Ben Solo, Jedi Master, Rebellion hero, and along with them, 3 additional heroes, the Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha from Obito's world, alongside a Natsu Dragneel after his fight with Gildarts. After everyone had gotten settled in, and my legs now being restored after my battle with the Godslayer, the Doctor explained his plan on how to stop the Godslayer.
So, this Godslayer, or Christopher Chandler, in the grand creators of the universe, has gathered many cores from many parts of this multiverse, cores that are created by the souls of powerful individuals. To stop his plan on top of stopping his minions, you need to remove his cores before he merges our worlds into our own, causing chaos and destruction. In his wake, I will call the TARDIS to pick you up from school, pack lunch if you're lucky, but it is risky as I am travelling outside of the flow of time. My TARDIS can only take so much that if I do it more than 3 times, it will explode. All while my regeneration is pretty much altered, and rumour has it one of his minions has swallowed a time egg, so the explosion will be massive, meaning run like hell or you'll be very little late for dinner. Well, any questions, anyone?
Before I sent our team to an unknown time-space to prepare, I bestowed our champions with a few gifts. To Naruto and Sasuke, an equal amount of 6 Paths Chakra and 4 Truth Seeker Orbs between them. Natsu Dragneel, I gave to him a crystal orb full of energy from Giona's comet. To Raphtalia, a new set of shields that have limited uses. To Kakarot, a potential unlock that was far more stronger than his world's Elder Kai. To Jason Todd, a portal device and technology that could help him combat the Godslayer. And to Blake, a photo album of Team Ruby photos. She asked me why, but I told her the truth will be known in time. All in time, as the Doctor and Batman led our champions, the champions of the Seansterverse, into otherwise a grueling and challenging battle. Once in the random time-space, the Doctor tells them to prepare as he had used his TARDIS to lead the Godslayer to their position along with his cult. Everyone readied themselves, but Raphtalia noticed that Blake was alone all by herself. Killmonger tells Raphtalia to join the others as he went to see Blake. The two have a heart-to-heart due to her having to fight a variant of her best friend, and that she hasn't completely coped with the loss of her world. Blake doesn't know how to move on or even go home after this. Killmonger assures her that while he's known nothing but vengeance his whole life up until now, he envies Blake because she has friends and a family to help fill the void. If only he had knew it sooner. Raphtalia looks at her shield after hearing Killmonger's words, proudly, as the Doctor alerts everyone that the Godslayer is here, and he has brought friends. Terrible friends. The Death God, Thor, who we had thought was frozen and lost into the void. Ruby Rose, the Red Reaper, whose mask was still ripped from our last encounter. Montross, a bounty hunter and now ruler of his world's Mandalore. Azrai, a time breaker from Universe 11 in another universe. Or should I say another multiverse. Siraj, a former member of Sumeru's Academia, now Christopher's Overmind. Frieza, the evil space emperor, now is fused with energy of destruction, becoming God of Destruction Frieza. Moff Gideon, emperor of his world's empire. Ravus, a warrior with a malicious intent and malicious kill record, who was plucked from his universe during his duel with Cal Kestis. And Ronan the Accuser, Kree general, who was taken from Killmonger's world. As the Godslayer began his ritual to merge our worlds to fuel his power, to bring back his mother, our heroes fend off against his squad, with Blake facing Ruby alone. They were all very strong, especially with Siraj using his Akasha terminal to create simulated versions of those who have fallen in each of our heroes' universes to lower their guard. But Jason had a batarang, fueled with fear gas, and as it hit Siraj's face, causing him to hallucinate and knocking him out of the battle. But even with Siraj down, they were still outnumbered. Meanwhile, Blake, nearing death's door, tells Ruby how sorry she was for not seeing her feelings and admits her selfishness, along with sharing her fear of not wanting to let her team die again. Ruby Rose, after dropping a crescent rose to the floor, sheds her first tears in a long time, showing us all that the shell of the Red Reaper had vanished. Christopher tried to use his collector orb to shut her up, but Blake took the hit, turning her into a puppet before recalling his forces to annihilate all of our heroes in one blow. But before that, he had said, "You childish heathens. You can't see the world I am trying to create. But don't worry, Harkin. You will suffer the same fate as your champions. But why do you heroes still resist me? Why don't you just die?" Just then, when all hope was lost, Clea, the widow of the late Doctor Strange that fought Mina Jutla, came to save our heroes, using the Eye of Agamotto to reverse what Christopher had done, and brought a few friends. Seems like Jay Cormac's stolen orb brought her just in the nick of time. One of Clea's allies, Minato Namikaze from another universe, used the Flying Rajin Jutsu to mark a kunai for each of our heroes before round 2 could begin. Rey Skywalker and Lop assisted Ben with taking down Moff Gideon and his clones. Clea then sends Trunks from a world without Zamasu or Goku Black, and Bardock to fend off Frieza alongside Kakarot. She then sends in Tanjiro Kamado, Izuku Midoriya, and Monkey D. Luffy to help Raftalia, Jason, and Killmonger with both Ronin and Montross, alongside Sakura Haruno to help Naruto and Sasuke to seal a way for and take out Ravus. The rest of Team Natsu, Grey Fullbuster, Lucy Harphelia, Ursa Scarlet, and Wendy Marvel assisted Natsu with fending off Azrai. Blake and Ruby were able to get out of the wrath of the battle between Clea and Christopher thanks to a dark blue suited Miles Morales, otherwise known as Spider-Man. Feeling the pressure of the battle, Christopher orders Siraj to unleash the secret weapon despite Siraj's warnings. A flash of red light erupts the field as the nine-tailed Jinchuriki from another universe roars in her chakra mode. Her name was Kushina Uzumaki, a Jinchuriki that wasn't given the gift of love like the original universe. But the beast cannot tell friend or foe, as she nearly kills everyone on Christopher's team, and then fires back a huge chakra blast which Raftalia defends with the Vishanti shield that Clea gave to her, and then uses the Unity shield to share the stored energy with everyone, restoring Raftalia's adult state in the process. But Kushina would not stop her assault, but Naruto and Minato's love were able to tame the beast, bringing the human in Kushina back to life. Despite losing the two of them in her world, love had been restored in Kushina's soul. But the sweet reunion was cut short as Christopher tried to kill Kushina, but Jason and Killmonger overwhelm him, stealing each core with Clear's help. Our universe's core was all that remains, but Christopher shook them all off. Kushina, however, sacrificed herself to get the final orb at the cost of her own life. But Sasuke, using his Rinnegan, switched positions between him and Kushina and landed an attack on Christopher, an attack called Chidori, wounding him, but not to kill him. Christopher had lost, his army fallen, his cause returned, and no tricks left. The universe was saved. Oh, Dr. Hawken, you have yet to see the devil in me, have you? Oh no, this can't be. By using the Galactus Core, Christopher towered over our heroes in a last-ditch effort to make a comeback, and he begins to absorb all his fallen comrades, including Ruby, for extra power. They held their own, trying to save Ruby at the same time, but trying to do both proved to be quite a tricky task. Even those with godlike powers could not stop him, not even now, until a variant of Yang Xiaolong with an almost robotic body and one of the Waishnis from another universe came to provide backup. They say that someone came to bring them here, and even brought someone from the Time Patrol to help. But who? Who from the Time Patrol could... Wait. Was that... What was it, that attack just now? Ruby is free. How could this be? Unless... Hey, who's that guy up there? He doesn't seem like a bad guy, but his energy... Goku? You're not Cell Max. What the hell's happening here? To our delight and my surprise, it was Xeno Sean, pulled out of his universe to help us. After giving everyone a senzu bean, something happened to Christopher. While Ruby was pure, everyone else he absorbed was not. The balance between both of his soul and his body was collapsing. The broken balance of good and evil turned him from a calm god into a berserk chimera, coated in Beskar skin and causing a rampage throughout the land. No attack or sealing jutsu could stop him. But thankfully, Xeno Sean's attack left an empty patch right in his chest as bare as a snail out of his shell. And then Kakarot announced an attack that he was saving, but maybe it could finish him off. It's called the Special Beam Cannon. I learned it a long time ago from my world's King Piccolo. The only problem is it takes a lot to charge this thing up before it reaches its full power. I'm gonna need a lot of it, especially with this guy. So I need all of you to hold him off and at least keep him steady before I can fire it. Can you do that? With Xeno Sean at the lead with his final Kamehameha, everyone who could still fight used all their might to keep the Godslayer in place. But just when they thought they were on the losing ground, losing their grip along the way, Naruto and Minato hit the beast with an Uzumaki super-massive Rasengan. Just in time. And with Bardock's help, Kakarot fired his special beam cannon to finish the monster Godslayer. But since Christopher also absorbed Azrai's time egg, as well as his core, the explosion was about to destroy everyone. But Minato used the flying Rajin Jutsu to get everyone out of there and into the TARDIS, just in time. The battle was over. We had won. As much as I wish things were different between me and Christopher, I could not be more thankful for the work of all of our heroes. What they have done, I am truly grateful. But as I parted with them, Ruby, Yang, Weiss, and even Blake chose to stay behind. They told me that All their worlds were completely gone, and they couldn't go back, especially in that state, and especially since they just saved Ruby. So I allowed them to stay in my realm, until we can find them a universe to call home. All of them, not just one. With somewhat of a helping hand. Emphasis on the somewhat. And as for me, what will I do now? After all I've seen, all I've done, where do I go now? What is my purpose now?
The multiverse, what a glorious sight I used to think. It's all one big ball of timey-wimey stuff. Had no idea.
Tell me, Doctor. You found your purpose, didn't you? Say if you had all the power in the universe, all the power in the multiverse, what would you do with it? And where would this path you take lead you next?
I don't know. When it comes to that, I have no answers for that. But I solved my last theory. I look back on all the good things that I've done in my life. Every single last one. And I know who I was. It's the same with everyone. Same with you, if you were lucky. The choice of bringing all these people here, it made the multiverse more worth to protect, when you think about it, than anything else. And with you, it's Grand Creator. Guess you won't need me, but who's to say? Ah, what a first day.
I do often wonder, what does history await for you, Doctor? What does history await for this new parallel you?
Oh, you'll find out one way or another, but your history has big plans for you. Make it count, Stephen.
It appears that you were right, Lord Maestro. The Godslayer seems to have been slain, so to speak. What happens now?
Now, we may rise again.